It's a non-profit organization and focusing on the teenagers, the young generations, education, and also the technology. So today, I will more talk about a little bit on the autonomous vehicles. So before I start, I just wondering like how many people heard of like autonomous vehicles? Oh, cool, that's nice. Yeah, I feel like this is like since we are in Michigan, right? So and also the big three OEMs are also located here, and then we have lots of friends, families, members are working with them, and then so people know much more than other other states. So for today, so I will talk about a little bit on so what's the definition of the vehicles, and then and also talk about what are the benefits the vehicles, the autonomous vehicles can bring to us, and also at the last we will talk about the different levels of autonomy. So because for now we are not fully there, and then so people define the path moving forward, and then so we can talk about a little bit there. So the first one is talking about what's the definition of an autonomous vehicle. So basically you can think about is a person sitting in the car and then driving the vehicles. And then in order to make that happen, so what are needed? So the first one is like we need to sensing the environment around the vehicle. So basically people using their eye to see the road, to see the traffic signs, right? So there are people is able to hear, using their ears to hear the sounds around it, and then so turn around to see whether there's a vehicle taking over and all that stuff. So that's the sensing part. And then the next part is about the operating the vehicle, right? So basically people is able to steering the steering angle, and then hit the gas pedal, accelerate, decelerate, right? So that is how the autonomous vehicles should have the capabilities of, right? So and then as you can see here, so we have different sensors, right? So surround the vehicles in order to make that happen, which is basically sensing the vehicles. And then so we have, you can think about like a brain, right? So we have lots of software engineering, I mean how let's say lots of like PhDs working on them, right? So having some AIs to generating all the algorithm and all of that one. So that's how the autonomous vehicles looks like. And then the next part is saying, hey, why we want to have this autonomous vehicle, right? So I mean, lots of people out there, they are super enjoy driving the cars by themselves, but why we want to have it, right? So the biggest, I would say, here are some benefits we can see from here, and I would say the biggest benefits the autonomous vehicle can bring in is talking about the safety. So based on the evaluation from the government, right? So 80% of the accident could be avoidable. So if the vehicle is driving autonomously, so that's the biggest, I would say, benefits the autonomous vehicle can bring in. And then secondly, from that one, right? So we are also able to do how to say increasing our efficiency, right? So I mean, for now, people have to drive on the road by themselves, but think about if the vehicle can drive by themselves, I mean, you can just, I don't know, play your cell phone, read something, have a nap on the car, right? So and then that will make your days much easier, especially, I mean, we have a traffic jam and all that stuff. And then I would say so, and also you can see like how to say they can have like great accessibility because lots of people they are not able to drive a car, but if the vehicle can drive by itself, right? So it's enable them to go around and then see the world and also enjoy a much better life. So that's the benefits of the autonomous vehicles, and that's the reason why we want to, how to say, having the people are working really, really hard to make it happen. We are still not there yet, but I'm assuming for the next few years or decades, we will be there. And then, so here, right, so this is the SAE International, they define the different levels of the autonomy. So basically, there are totally 6 levels. So the level zero is basically saying it's nothing there, right? So everything, people need to operate it. And then on the level 5, right, so basically saying, hey, that's a car, do not need a steering wheel, do not need to add a brake or gas pedal. You just feels like you just jump into a bus and then everything looks fantastic. And then here are the ways, the path that people define, saying, hey, how are we able to achieve that one? right? So I think the basic, I would say the level 1 here is like, think about it's like the first step to make it autonomy. So basically saying the vehicle, either it can doing the steering for you, or it can do the acceleration or deceleration for you. That's the level 1. And then level 2, basically saying the software or the vehicle can do both, right? So either they can do the steering at the same time with the acceleration and the braking. And then the level 3, it means like, so the vehicles it's not only doing the thing for you, but also is taking the responsibilities. So level 2 and level 3, the biggest difference between them is who is responsible if an accident happens. So for example, like, think about the Tesla, right? So Tesla is saying, hey, I'm fully autonomous vehicles. But whenever there is an accident happen, Tesla always saying, oh, it's your driver's fault, right? So that means it doesn't matter, it's not a fully autonomous vehicles. It's still a level 2 autonomy vehicles because the driver is taking the liabilities, and then the driver is responsible for the accident. And then on the level 3, things are totally different. So if the vehicle is running at the autonomous driving mode, so if any accident happens, so the OEM, the manufacturer, will taking that responsibilities. For now, we have really very, very few OEMs. They are offering these responsibilities, the level 3 functionalities. One of them is Audi, so they are kind of like, they have a feature called the traffic jam assist, and then basically saying when you see a traffic jam, you can enable that feature, and then if any accident happen during that enablement, they will pay for everything. So that's super fantastic. Level 4 is basically saying it's enable a larger scope or larger, think about larger majority of the operation environment. So the level 4 will be met. So think about level 3, it will be only able to enable on the highway, but on the level 4, basically saying the vehicle, the autonomy functions can also be enabled in the urban area. So basically when you drive on the road, I would say 80% of road when you're driving it, the vehicle can drive it by itself. Level 5, that will be the heaven for all of us, right? So you just press a button, and then the vehicle can go anywhere you want, right? So it can park itself, can pick you up, drop you off, right? Think about it like a Uber driver is in there and then handle everything altogether. Okay, I think that's all from my side for today. Yeah, thanks everyone.